Hey guys, it is Katrina. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that y'all are having a lovely day no matter what day you see this. It's currently Sunday and I am currently coming down from a crazy weekend. One of my husband's college friends came in for her birthday and we had a time. Okay, a time. I think we've gone out like every single night or every single day to do something like brunch or party. We did this really fun thing called Beat the Bomb. That was so freaking fun. And we have just had a really great weekend. So I'm currently sitting here decompressing and I know I owe myself a video. So I said, let me go ahead and make this video, especially while I have some makeup on. So we can just go ahead and get this show on the road. So today, y'all, we're talking about inflation. Inflation is inflating, and I'm seriously like, when are you letting up? When are you letting up? Because since it started, it has not gone down. And I'm just like, what is going on? And I know there's so many things going on in the world with the supply chains and the interest rates and the Fed trying to reduce the interest, well, bring the interest rate up so that they can eventually bring inflation down, but it's still crazy. Like, it's out of control. So anyway, we're just going to talk about a few ways that we're managing like our money during this crazy time of inflation, and kind of what we're doing to make sure we're good, because it's real out here. It is real. Okay. We're going to talk about that today. But first, I'm going to get started talking about something that I'm loving right now. And I think I want to try to do something like this just to infuse my personality and my interest into my videos a little bit more. I don't want to just talk about money, so I feel like this will be a good way to kind of show you guys what I'm into. So I just got finished reading Rachel Cargill's book called A Renaissance of Our Own. And that is what I'm loving right now because it was so good. So I read my books on Audible these days. Like, Audible all the way, because what happened was I would buy paper books and it would take me forever to get through the book. I'm talking months. So now that I have Audible, I can read a book in a week, couple weeks. Like, it's a big deal. So far this year I've read, like, let me go to it. I've read 7 books so far this year, which is a big deal. So I'm so proud of myself. And it's funny because my husband likes to say that Audible is not reading. He says it's like a podcast, but it's so not true. If anything, I feel like I get a better comprehension of the books on Audible because I'm listening and I'm envisioning. And if the author's reading it, it comes to life even more. So I love me some Audible. Okay. And this is not sponsored by Audible at all, but if they ever want to. But the book really talked about Rachel's experience, really going from early 20s to now. I think she's 30 something, maybe a little bit older than me. So she's talking about her life experiences, things she's learned. She's created a suite of companies, and she runs them all ethically with her values at the forefront of them. And I really love that because that's something that I actually want to do one day. So it's amazing to see a Black woman building up a suite of companies and like them being run by someone who truly cares about other people and not just about the profit. So I love that. She talks about how Black women are in so much need of rest, like true rest, and not just jumping in the bed and sleeping for a few hours, but true rest where you can rest your soul, your mind, like your thoughts, and just take a moment from this world on a regular basis to truly care for yourself. And that's something that I've been trying to be very intentional about this year. And I know how important it is. And I feel like with this world and how crazy things are, the political things that are going on right now, all the crazy racism that exists in the world, it can really take a beating on you. So it's so important, like rest. True rest is so important for us. And sometimes it's not something that we learn because we're always on go, 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 go. But we really have to take a moment to just tune into our feelings and take a moment to breathe, and rest through that thing, because life will get at you, okay? Life will get at you. So I loved how she talked about that. I loved she talked about self-care and how we really need to be taking care of ourselves before ish hits the fan. Like way before that. Like we don't need to be like, ooh, I need to take care of myself when everything's on fire. Like our heads exploding, everything's going down. No, we have to actually take care of ourselves way before that. So way before it shits the fan, we need to be activating self-care. So it really just needs to be ingrained in us, in our DNA on a regular and daily basis. Like it can't be something that we're using as a band-aid or as treatment. It has to be within us, within our being. A few ways that I've been doing that lately is just being in tune with myself, thinking about what I might need in this moment, thinking about my energy, what I have the energy to deal with, what I have the energy for. So that means if I don't have the energy to go to an event or go to a party or go to whatever, I'm not going. I'm not going. I don't have the energy for it. So I think that we have to see that as self-care and not just, the spas and the trips and all that. We have to really tune in to the other forms of self-care. So financially, self-care might mean, okay, I know I've been spending a lot of money, so I need to fall back, assess my finances, and really chill on the spending. It might mean, oh, I haven't been talking to God lately. I need to get up in this Bible, like I need to get down on my knees and pray. So self-care comes in so many forms, and you have to figure out which form you need for which day, because all days are different. All days are different. So I really, really enjoy the book. Like I might actually go back and read it again because it was so good. So I really enjoyed her book. Next on my list, I've downloaded a few books that I want to read next. So a couple ones that are up next are Do It Afraid by Joyce Meyer, Sisterhood Heals by Dr. Joy Harden Bradford, and The Rest is Resistance by Trisha Hersey. So I'm really excited to get into those. I usually download my next few books like after I've read one, so I will start reading those this week. Okay, so let's talk inflation and adjusting your lifestyle for this inflation, because it's a marathon, not a sprint. We got to make it through this, okay? So let's get into it. First things first, we have a budget. If you watch my, my budgeting video about how we manage our paychecks, you know that we have a budget and everything, everything is documented, everything is budgeted, due dates, who is coming from, all that. So that is really step one, making sure you have a budget. If you don't already, making sure you have a budget, literally putting every single expense that you have, putting all your income, and making sure that's in place. After you have your budget in place, it's really important to review the budget to see what's necessary, what's unnecessary, what's actually getting used if it's unnecessary, and what's not. So that is a good first place to start. Recently, when I was reviewing our budget, I realized that we were still paying for this gym subscription on our bike. Like we have a bike similar to a Peloton bike, but we haven't been using the bike because we joined the gym again. So we've been going to the gym. So I was like, well, we don't need to be paying for this if we're not even using the bike right now. So it got canceled, okay? It got canceled. So look through your budget and see what's not being used, but you're still getting charged for it. Because guess what? They're getting your money whether you're using the services or not. So look at your budget, see what you need to cut out. So also with the budget, I'll also go through there and think about which debtor, which debtor I can call and get them to reduce my bill. So I did this recently with our alarm system and with our pest control. So they, during, this crazy time of inflation, both of them have gradually gone up. So I called them and I'm just like, we need to keep this within our budget. What can you do? So they told me what we can do. They were only able to trim them by a few dollars, but hey, if I can get away with paying less for the same thing, that's what I'm going to do. I also called our internet provider and got them to reduce our bill, and we got that bill reduced by almost $40. So it's just good practice to regularly go through and see who you can trim expenses for. This week, I will probably be calling our cell phone company to see what they can do, okay? And with, trying to lower your bills, don't forget that being loyal to some of these companies does not pay off. I promise you, it does not pay off. So, for example, car insurance, I am quick to change your car insurance if they keep going up. Like, you're not going to keep going up on me and I'm just staying here and staying put. One, because I'm an excellent driver. I don't get in wrecks. I don't do reckless things. I'm not going to be having all these increases when I'm not contributing to the madness on the road. Now, I understand some natural fluctuations and increases, but substantial increases for no reason? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I will switch car insurance companies as much as I need to make sure that it stays manageable. And so far, I think I'm on maybe my third or fourth company in the last 10 years. But car insurance is reasonable now for us, and I need to keep it that way. So if I have to go, I have to go. Another place where we were spending a good amount of money, sometimes like not staying in budget either, is the grocery store. When I say the grocery store will eat up your budget, it will eat up your budget. I was that girl who loved to go up in there and buy me a little kombucha, and those things are not cheap. So I would buy a little kombucha here, buy a little treat here, buy a little something here, and next thing you know, I've spent $30 on BS. BS. So I've really done better with not going to the grocery store and acting a fool. So I like to stick to my list now, get what I say I'm going to get, and leave all that other unnecessary stuff at the store. That has been it has done wonders on our grocery bill, because we've been able to keep it nice and trim just by me not spending all our money at the grocery store. So I would say look at your grocery bill, see what you can cut out, see what you can trim off, and plan the meals ahead of time. We've also been doing Home Chef every now and then. So we've done it a lot during the summer, like almost every week. But now we're about to trim it down a bit because we just stocked up at Costco. So we're going to cook a few more meals for the next couple of months. But Home Chef actually helped us stay in budget because we were able to get these meals delivered every week and we cooked them, but we didn't have to go out and buy every single piece of that recipe. So when you're making these recipes, sometimes it costs like $30 just to make the recipe because of all the different ingredients that you need. With Home Chef, we didn't have to worry about that. So it really did save us money and helped keep us within budget. So take a look at your grocery budget, see what you can do. I know this gets trickier for bigger families. Like right now, it's only me and my husband. So that is the benefit in this situation. I know it's different if you have children or if you have multiple people that you have to feed. That takes me into my next point, bulk shopping. So believe it or not, bulk shopping really does save you money because you're able to buy, buy a large quantity of something and you don't have to continuously buy that thing. So we use bulk shopping for our toilet tissue, our paper towel. We just started getting our energy drinks at Costco. So there's a lot of things that you can buy in bulk and it will save you money over time. One thing I was guilty about is buying those cute little hand soaps at Target, and when I started thinking about it, I'm like, these hand soaps are like $6 a bottle. They're like $6 a bottle, but you can get 2 big jugs of soap from Costco for like $10. So it really did not make sense for me to continue to buy all these hand soaps for the house just because the packaging was cute. So just think about ways like that you can buy in bulk instead of buying this one unit of something that's going to cost you a lot of money. Like I said, we've also been buying our energy drinks on bulk because we were stopping by the gas station on the way to the gym, buying energy drinks for like $3 a pop. And now we just buy a big box at Costco and we're good. So I stand for a Costco, okay? That's one membership. She's staying. Inflation can inflate all she wants to, but Costco is staying. Speaking of memberships and such, we let our Amazon go. Now, I know that could be hard for a lot of people. I myself used to be addicted to Amazon. Like every week, who am I playing? Every few days, there were new Amazon boxes coming to the door. Like random thing here, random thing there. And what I realized is, first of all, a lot of that stuff was cheap. Just keeping it 100. Like a lot of it was cheap and it would be broken in like a few weeks. So it wasn't even worth the money that was spent. Two, I noticed that sometimes the boxes would just sit by the door for days or weeks. If I ordered something and I have not opened the box in days or weeks, what am I doing? What am I doing? So I just had a full reality check that Amazon was really using me for my coins. They were using me and they really were not providing all that much value. They are not on my cashback apps like Rakuten and Dash. They also quit their free food delivery from Whole Foods. So what am I doing? I'm giving them money and what are they giving me? Okay, so I cut the Amazon out and that has decreased my spending so much. It's not even funny. Like I'm embarrassed about some of the things that I purchased on Amazon and how much money I've spent in like 2020, 2021. So if this is for you, it's for you, girl. You might need to cancel that Amazon subscription. And then on top of that, the price kept going up. So I was done with it. I'm over it. And now I don't need it. Amazon will ship your package for free at like $35. So it really, just wait till your cart gets to $35 and then buy it. So that might be $35. It might be $25. Honestly, I don't know. It's somewhere around there. Just double check. Either way, you can get free shipping. It's not going to be fast now. It's not going to get to you tomorrow. But like I said, packages were sitting by the door. Okay. So next, one of my favorite ways to shop just with anything, groceries or buying clothes online, whatever, is I always make sure I go through a cash back site. So I'm talking Dosh, I'm talking Rakuten. There are a lot more out there too, but those are my favorites. And then I also submit any receipts for anything I buy to Receipt Pal and to Fetch, and those help me get gift cards and stuff like that I can use at some of my favorite stores. And I love apps like that because it's making your money work harder. So instead of you buying something and that be the end of that, it's like, no, you bought something and maybe you're getting like $10 back on the purchase, which is pretty dope. So over the years, I've gotten back probably $2,000 on Rakuten at this point. Hundreds on Dosh. I've gotten gift cards for hundreds at Receipt Pal. So it's completely worth it to take that extra time to make sure you're going to make your money work for you. Next, how we've been kind of managing this inflation stuff is just being more mindful about our energy usage and stuff like that around the house. We were really notorious, and this is going to sound crazy, we were really bad for leaving lights on. Like, just during the day we would leave the lights on and the air might be down really low, but now I'm just being more mindful that, okay, those lights need to go off. The lights need to go off. Okay. During the day the air is set to a higher temperature so it doesn't run as much. At night we really like it cool, but during the day, AC does not need to be running like that. So just being mindful about ways that you can trim costs has been really helpful for us. So it might be helpful for you just to think about how you're actually using your electricity, your water, or whatever else you use in your house that you can control the consumption on, because this stuff adds up. And for me and us, and how we think about it is, this money being pulled in other ways takes away from the stuff that we actually want to spend our money on, like travel and going out to eat. And then lastly, I have been just trying to think about my purchases a lot better than I had before. Before I buy something, I'm thinking, okay, do you really want this? Do you really need this? Is this going to add value to your life? Is this going to be a good mindful purchase? For me, I really got tired of buying stuff that tore up in a few days, I didn't use, all that. We've all been through that with just silly purchases, and I was tired of being in that cycle. So for me, if I'm buying something, I really want this to create some type of value in my life. Like, I need this to serve a purpose and not just be there hanging out, okay? Because I've thrown away so much money like that. So I'm thinking through these things before I hit purchase on something. Like, is this it? For a clothes purchase, and that's something I've been doing a good bit of now because I'm revamping my wardrobe. So for clothes, I'm thinking, am I wearing this? Can I wear it multiple times? Am I going to feel good in this? Am I going to be cute in this? Is this within my budget? These are things we have to ask ourselves because it's so important. I know I used to be really bad for just buying clothes just for a vacation. Like, outfit here just for vacation, out here there just for vacation, and it's really not sustainable. So I ended up with so many things that I couldn't even wear anywhere else, and it was so frustrating because I bought those for vacation, not for real life. So now when I'm making my purchases, even for vacation, I'm thinking, okay, how can I use this in my everyday life too, and not just on vacation? Now, don't get me wrong, I will buy, some stuff that's just for the vacation, but for the most part, that skirt I can wear on vacation, I can also wear in real life, just going out to eat, shoot, even going to work sometimes. So I'm trying to make my wardrobe very, very versatile for all the occasions. So those are some of the ways that we're thinking about, just trying to keep our expenses manageable during this crazy, crazy, crazy time of inflation. It's out of control right now. I think everybody can touch and agree on that one. And we just have to do what we have to do so that we can still live how we want to live, not overextend ourselves, and make sure that we can weather this storm that we're going through. All right, so drop in the comments ways that you are managing this inflation, honey. We need to know how you're managing inflation because it's out of control. If you have some tips or anything like that, let a sister know. In the meantime, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, like this video, and go ahead and follow me across the social media sites if that's your thing. Well, I will see you guys on the next video.